Purge your library with Sanctuary of Reality, my comic review series. Today we begin the 7th phone book in the Cerebus saga, titled Flight. Now it's a new phone book, so the usual methods apply, and I'll go over those as I always do. It's still in print, so you can get it from your local comic book store. All you got to do is go to this website right here, and you can find it if you don't happen to know where it is. This is, I think, globally. So anywhere in the world, if there is a comic book store in your vicinity, it'll be on this website. At least it should be. It's also, you can go on the World Wide Web and find back issues. The original issues are still out there to be found at reasonable prices. I have the original issues through this method, and I could probably name a few websites: Mile High Comics, Lone Star Comics. It's a lot of places you could go to get them. Yeah. Then there's, of course, for those who'd rather have it digitally, rather not have the physical copies, but you still want to read it, the best place is www.cerebusdownloads.com. That's your official, legal Cerebus download site. You can get the phone books there for the whole set, if you'd like. And yeah, check it out. Let's see. I think I covered everything, right? Yeah. All right. Okay. So beginning Cerebus Flight with Cerebus issue 151, the first chapter of the Mothers and Daughters storyline. Siren personally raids the papal library of the Eastern Terramite Church for any tomes with pertinent information on the final ascension, ordering all other books burned. Meanwhile, in the lower city, Cerebus continues his hit-and-run tactics against the Sirenist. Elsewhere, the demon Chem from issue 2 feels the coming of the Great Change. Realizing it hasn't had a purpose since Cerebus broke its spell, it implodes into itself and ceases to exist. One of the Sirenist guards tries to telepathically alert Siren to Cerebus' slaughter of her troops, but she refuses to believe he's capable of killing just one of her soldiers, let alone multiples. In another dimension, the being known as Death, from issue 4, is minding his own business when what appears to be the judge from Church and State appears before him and explains in great detail how he isn't really the personification of death, merely a lesser demon that rose in divine rank. The judge reveals the 12 gems surrounding Death are actually succubi, and in mere moments will finish draining him of his life essence. The judge then vanishes as quickly as he appeared, and Death gets to say one last thing before dissipating. Cerebus continues his massacre of Sirenist troops. Lord Julius discusses with Baskin political maneuverings in an attempt to get Siren to meet with his Commodities Exchange Policy delegation, even though he's not exactly sure what they do. And finally, under the Red Marches, a Pict prays to the crumbled Aardvark statue from issue 5. What miracle awaits him when he opens his eyes? It's great to see so many old plot threads picked up upon in this issue. It's been, 2 whole books where we haven't had really any of the subplots brought up or anything remotely revolving a continuity even mentioned, really. So, yeah, it's a great reminder of just how rich the series is in terms of storylines at this point. They're all starting to pop back up. In a lot of ways, it's like Dave is cleaning house, much like Siren is cleaning out the papal library. He's going back all the way to the earliest issues and picking up on old plot threads and dead-end storylines and just bringing them back up, bringing them out to the light, and whacking them off. Oh boy, whacking them off. Oh, that's a bad choice of words on my part. I apologize. But let's just say that the great change that's referred to in this story will be something to keep in the back of your mind. Exactly what it means is open to some interpretation, but needless to say, it is something important and is the reason why so much is going on now out of all times. This is a solid and busy issue. Though if you read it without having read most of the prior books of the series, you're probably going to be a little confused about who some of these people are, especially if you didn't read the first phone book and you're wondering who Cam and Death are. Well, even if you did read it, you probably forgot about it by now because it's been 150 issues. I can imagine the people that read the book monthly as it came out. At this point, it's been what? How many years had the book been running by this point? Over 10. Yeah, and to bring up these old things, definitely test your minutia for the series. But I think this is a very good first chapter, in setting up the rest of the book. It sets the tone, sets the pace, starts bringing up characters that are going to be important later, and it keeps things running from where we left off at the end of Melmoth. Like I said about Melmoth, it ramped things up from 0 to 60, and all of a sudden, and next thing you know, we're not stopping. We are not stopping. The story is continuing its momentum. So buckle in and hold on tight. Next time, public reaction to Cerebus.